Hey guys, this is Ciderhelmz, and this is going to be my tutorial today on how to play Fiddlesticks. Now, first off, I like to start with Revive and Surge. Surge gives you a little bit of bonus to ability power and attack speed is very important when you're playing an ability powered champion. I also pick Revive because after you die, there's almost no downtime and you can get right back in the fight. Now for skills, I'm going to pick Drain. I'm going to be playing Fiddlesticks as a solo mid, and Drain will come in a lot of handy for a strategy I'm going to show you later in the video. Now for items, I like to pick Doran's Blade because it gives you health and ability power, and that's very helpful because Fiddlesticks is a very squishy creature. Now for early game strategy. We're going to start off with me and Misfortune mid. We're going to damage the enemy middle turret just a little bit. This is going to give us a really good early game advantage. Now this was the strategy I was talking about earlier in the video. I'm going to attack the enemy Fiddlesticks under the turret, but it's okay if it hits me because I can drain my health back. Now even though I died, notice that the enemy Fiddlesticks took some damage. This is really going to give me the upper hand at the start of the game. Now here are some tips on how to solo mid. So at the beginning, you want to make sure you auto-attack the creeps as much as possible. This gets their health lower and pushes you closer towards the enemy turret. Note how I'm carefully attacking the enemy minions, making sure to get their health lower. Now here I come into confrontation with the enemy Fiddlesticks. He's going to try and drain me, and I'm going to make sure I run away as fast as possible by clicking several times. Now here the enemy Fiddlesticks fears me. Well, that's okay because I can run back and drain my health. Even though he kills me, that's okay because I can revive and I can get the onion and the red ginseng tea. Now the tea is very important to buy early game because it gives you attack damage and bonus health, and that's very important to get the upper hand on your opponent. I'm going to show you a situation where Surge is very helpful. So I start a fight with the enemy Fiddlesticks in mid. I start off by popping Surge, casting Fear, and draining his health. Now I scare him off into the bush, and of course I pursue him to get my kill. Now even though he drains my health, I fear him and I still manage to escape in time. He casts Ghosts but in vain, for I escape under my turret. Now this is why I like to max Drain first, because even though I'm quite badly damaged, I can just run back in there and gain my health. Wards are very important to get early game. Even if the enemy team doesn't have any invisible champions, I strongly advise getting a vision ward. Also get an onion. Now when you place the vision ward, make sure you put it in the middle of the mid lane. Here I'm going to zoom in to demonstrate how to place the vision ward properly. Now you want to make sure the enemy team doesn't see when you place it, otherwise they may hurt it. Now for mid-level game strategy. Now here Fiddlesticks is going to drain my health, but I'm going to run into him instead of away like he expects. This is going to screw up his game plan just a little bit. Now when you're fighting against your opponent mid-game, harassing is very important. You want to make a presence in that lane, so make sure to poke them and continually damage them. Here I'm going to drain him, and just fear him and pop Surge to scare him off. Now while he comes back to try and drain my health, I'm going to run away by clicking as fast as possible. Now he thinks he has me as a kill, but I'm going to cast my ultimate, and that's just going to do some damage to him. One of the most important strategies in the game is how to gank opponents. I'm going to show you how to do that correctly. Now here you can see the Sion and enemy Soraka top lane. They are pushing into the turret, and I'm going to go help and defend. So I go take this path through the bush so they cannot see me. I come up from behind and scare them. I cast Fear on Soraka and try to drain Sion. Now unfortunately he stuns me, but that's okay because I can escape through the back path. Now always make sure you keep your enemies in range. Even though I'm running away, I want to make sure I keep them in range so I can get one last hit on them. This will make it easier for Misfortune to finish them. I showed you how to gank top lane, now this is going to be how to gank mid. Me and Misfortune noticed the enemy Fiddlesticks pushing into our mid turret. We run past the Wraith camp and head towards the bush by the side of the lane. Now hiding in the bush will ensure that he will not see us when we plan to gank him. We patiently await for him to appear. It seems that the enemy Fiddlesticks has gone bot lane, so instead we opt to attack the middle turret. This is a good strategy as the enemy teams occupy bottom lane and will not notice. Misfortune starts off by tanking the turret. This allows me to cast my ultimate on the turret, and it helps us kill it by lowering its defense. Now I cast Surge here to escape the turret's attacks. Instead of recalling, I'm going to turn around and hit it a little bit more to damage it. Although I can see the enemy Corki heading to the side lane to attack me, there's no need to worry as I can always drain my health and escape. Here comes enemy Fiddlesticks now. I silence him, fear him, and cast Drain to get some health back. Although the enemy Leona and Corki come, there's no need to worry, for always make sure to run counterclockwise to dodge attacks. Boots are the most important item in the game. They make you faster and makes it easier to escape. I advise at first getting 2 boots of speed as the movement speed stacks. Although attacking is an important part of the game, I like to think that the best offense is a good defense. Here I notice the enemy Sion and Soraka attacking the top turret. Me and Misfortune chase them away from our base. I cast Fear on Soraka and Misfortune exhausts her. I cast Drain on Soraka to lower her health. Although we cannot kill them, and I ultimately end up dying, it was successful as I managed to thwart them off from our top turret. I cast Revive to get back in action as fast as possible. I notice Annie stun Soraka and see her at low health. I cast Drain, ensuring an easy kill. Killing Baron is an important part of the game. It gives you money and a buff which gives you the upper hand over your opponents. Now this is a perfect opportunity to Baron. The enemy team is nowhere to be seen and there's not much going on in game. I suggest we kill Baron to our team, and even though Annie says no, me and Misfortune go to Baron anyways. She checks the bush and checks Baron to make sure that the enemy team is not there. As soon as the coast is clear, I crow storm in. Even though Baron has not spawned yet, it is better to be safe than sorry, and we will get him next time. Now time for late game strategy. I notice the enemy team pushing into our second mid turret. Now when this happens, you want to run behind them to surprise them, and so you're able to gank. I run past Corki and Sion to get to Soraka, as she is support and the first priority. Although I die, I manage to do a decent bit of damage, and Misfortune and Annie can clean up the rest. For boots, I like to get Ninja Tabby. Not only do they give you armor, but they make you faster and give you a chance to dodge. I like the dodge because when you're fighting enemy champions, such as Sivir or Ashe, it gives you a chance that perhaps on their 11th or 12th attack, they might miss you, and that greatly improves your chance to survive. I cannot stress how important it is to get wards late game. I buy a vision ward and a sight ward even though they do not have any invisible champions on their team. Putting these wards down in our base ensures that they do not have any surprise attacks on us. Notice how I put the wards nearby. Now I notice that there is a concentration of them right here. I cast Crow Storm into them to do as much damage as possible. I am Soraka as she is support and the first priority. You can see from hard work and dedication we pushed into the enemy's base and we were about to destroy their nexus. Aha! Victory! Thank you for watching the tutorial, and I hope it has been very helpful and informative. Also, I hope no one is taking this seriously.